Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's get up to Buffalo. Standing by at New Era Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field, just south of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded at the 2. And he's got room. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 98 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Reset. Hey, easy.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Get 300. Get 300. Zoom, zoom.
On first down, Rodgers. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets out and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold.
Still second down.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get reset. Hey, easy. No.
Fournette, a first down carry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 13 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, he's the #2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to #1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Hey.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, here's Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First carry for Kenyon Drake. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Here's the offense, and if you're the defense, Charles, you really have to focus on that guy that's highlighted on the screen.
You're talking about pure speed. T.Y. Hilton can get down the middle of the field and really stretch a defense.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. He gets it off to Drake. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Trying to lay one up. And got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Big play there, 78 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 15 carries, 63 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 14-7 is the score, and we're back to upstate New York after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of... Second down, it's Drake. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
That's fine, yeah.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300. Yeah, Liz. Gun.
Rodgers now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a give to Fournette. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A handoff to Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jabal Sheard in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Rodgers to throw for it on forward. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year. And second of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. The point after try for Gostkowski. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And in this one, this crew is thankful for special teams because the kick return game, as we see here, has been strong.
That it has, and think about the discipline it takes to do it right, because so many things can go wrong because they're moving at full speed and you're trying to hit targets while running at full speed without clipping, right, without falling down and blocking in the back, doing all sorts of things that happen all the time. Not so far in this game. They're making great plays and creating great space for their runners.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Let's go!
Now a handoff for Drake. Skirts by him at the 35. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll drop to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Looking to throw. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Oh, able to avoid him. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Rodgers now on first down. Being chased out left. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Jump out! Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom. Gun. Gun.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at U.S. Bank Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. A couple of touchdown passes there for Josh Rosen. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And it's the visiting L.A. Chargers who are out in front. The Chargers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. A quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
Throwing is Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. In for the score. And the Bills will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Gostkowski for the point after. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone could win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Good work that time to get them to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Now it's Luck off the bootleg. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
To throw on 2nd down is Luck. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Still 1st down.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
He goes underneath to Drake. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play in football.
They'll give it to him up the middle. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of him. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Point after, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
Running left, it's Fournette. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Oko, over here. Zoom. Jump out.
Rodgers throwing here. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And another timeout taken by the Colts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That'll go as a loss of 5. From the gun, here's Love. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Sean Lee in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On second down, here's Love. And the pressure gets to him again. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still third down.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still third and long. Out of the gun, block. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be fielded at the 17. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Patrick Mahomes, a couple of touchdown passes thus far. Rodgers looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, apologies. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Buffalo, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.